So this UPRA agreement, automation process, and e-signature process, everything. There are three subsequent processes it involves. So first stage is product manager. They create a program or R&D program or beta. So which tells about the features itself. So let me share my screen. Okay. So my screen is visible to everyone, right?
Yes, Lata.
Yeah, thanks. Okay, so the first step is creating a R&D program. The program tells us it captures all the information about the programs. So we talk about last session all the customization we have done in this level. I'll just briefly introduce this program. So it is simply tells about all the features about the programs and who will be the product counsel and who will be the commercial legal SME. So basically the product manager creates this R&D program and he submit is for the approval. So it went for approval for the product counsel and commercial legal SME. And if everything goes well, right, then once it is got approved, then product manager create a nomination. Nomination means they nominate this program to a customer or a partner. So from here, the new pilot nomination, they can click on this quick action and create a new pilot nomination. As we created, I'll show you that related record.
Lata, I mean, I've seen many a time, right? Even on Salesforce, I guess trailer or somewhere, right? I mean, any other customer, right? They may also want to. There's some sign up form, right? And they may also want to be part of this.
Yeah. So to be part of this, this part of program, so the program manager, he should nominate it to the particular customer partner. Yeah, there might be some they qualified. Maybe some customer is very much interested for this program, and there may be some idea posted which might be voted most, and there might be some issues customer is facing from long time. So those kind of customers internally maybe there should be some discussion happening.
Right.
And so after that they are nominating this program to those customer and partners, and they have to sign the agreement for that.
Okay, yeah, got it.
Okay, so once this R&D program went through the approval process and everything went well, then product manager creates the nomination record. So basically what happens, here if you see this special term, right, there is a terminology called special term. It has some specific business justification and specification. So why for this sometimes what program manager feels like this special term maybe he is not clear, it is this information is not sufficient, so it needs to be reviewed by a legal SME. So he can send in approval for this legal SME, and they can review it and they can give the final approval. So the approval process that way it works. Now coming to the R&D program participant, it is nothing but it captures the Yeah. So this nomination is nothing but it captures the customer or partner information. So if you see, this is the account who is for this account we have nominated this program. Okay. So once this is also approved, it also went through the approval process. The approving PM is the approver. So once it got approved, then it qualifies for creating a UPRA agreement.
So I mean, what approval process do we use? Is it standard approval? Or?
Yeah, it's a standard approval process.
Okay.
Yeah. So last session I have detail went through the technical overview. So Ugpal, I'll share with you last session.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, so now we'll create this UPRA agreement. So if you see, right, in R&D program participant, there is a button, check and valid UPRA. From there, account executive, they can create an UPRA for the particular customer. Okay. So before creating like UPRA agreement, like let's talk about little bit. There is a concept of governing agreement we have, which is little bit different from other type of legal agreements. Also, we have agreement versioning. Also, we have parent agreement, which is little bit different from other legal agreement type. Okay. Okay, so here, like, let's say, like, this is the R&D program one. Okay, it's a pilot program. So let's say this pilot program is nominated for this account. Okay, through this nomination, R&D program participant one record, right? So first time when like you click on this button, right, create UPRA. So that time it will in the system it will check if there is any existing UPRA or any valid MSF present in the system. If it doesn't find any valid means activated agreement, if it does not find anything, so then it will create one new version of UPRA, which is called the UPRA 0, and this UPRA 0 will be the governing agreement because it's a fresh agreement. So UPRA 0, and then UPRA 0 will go through this e-signature process and it would be activated, right? The normal the life cycle of agreement, it will go through those life cycle process. Okay, so now this is UPRA 0 is created and this is activated. Even the R&D program participant also activated. Now let's say there is one more program, R&D program 2. Okay, and this program also we're nominating for the same customer for the account 1. And that time also when we'll be nominated through this R&D program participant to this account. Now when we create a valid, we create a UPRA for this nomination, that time system will find the UPRA 0, right? Because we have already UPRA 0 is created it's in the system. So what it will do, it will find this UPRA 0 and it will attach to this nomination as a governing agreement. And there is a check in the system that if there is any special term or partner specific term present in this nomination, that time it will go to create a UPRA 1. UPRA 1, which is not called as agreement, it is called as exhibit. So it is a exhibit. Exhibit would be created, and in the UPRA 1, it have the parent agreement, which will be stamped to the UPRA 0. So like the same way, even R&D program participant 3, like it will happen the same way. So in the system, there would be main one agreement, which is the UPRA 0, which would be the governing agreement. And other agreement just based on the special term, exhibit will be created or it will not be created. So this UPRA 0 will be the governing agreement for all the nomination for the same account. And the subsequent exhibit will be created, which will be also stamping this UPRA 0 as a parent agreement.
So UPRA is nothing but an agreement, right?
Yes. It's the 0th version of agreement. Which is, yeah, 0th version.
Okay, 0 version. Okay.
Yes. Okay. So any question on this? Okay, we are good in this point, right? Okay. So here I just like for my analysis, I just framed this document. So what happens? There are 3 scenarios, right? The first time when we create a UPRA agreement, the system will search like if there is a valid MSR UPRA. Valid means it's a activated MSR UPRA for that account is exist or not. So if it doesn't have a valid MSR UPRA, so it will create a fresh UPRA record, which is a 0th version. Okay, and this UPRA will go through all the life cycle and e-signature process will happen and it will be archived. Okay, so this is the first step. Like it will now let's coming to the second use case. If the R&D program records does not have an UPRA but has a valid MSA, so valid MSA, searching for valid MSA, there is specific criteria. It should be a archive MSA or activated one MSA. So if system will find like in any MSA is present to the particular account, particular nomination, then it will find that MSA and it will stamp it to the governing agreement field. And it will proceed for create a DSR record. DSR is a deal support request record. So it will create a DSR record. Okay. Now the DSR record will be created. Then the DSR team, they will be coming to this R&D nomination, and they will find this MSc record, and they will review it. If they find it okay, this MSc is it will work for this agreement, will not proceed for any further agreement. It looks good to them, then they will just approve it. So what happens if they will approve it, then the status will be changed to governing approved, governing agreement approved. Nomination should be changed to governing agreement approved. Okay. And if they rejected, so if they rejected, they change the status to governing agreement rejected. Then that time again, the account executive will create a UPRA 0, means fresh UPRA agreement. Okay. And based on the special term, it will create an exhibit, or if there is no special term or partner specific term, it will not create an exhibit. So this is the second process. Now, if the R&D program participant record has a valid UPRA, that means UPRA 0 already present. So now it will just check UPRA 0 is present. So it will just stamp this UPRA 0 as a governing agreement, and it will change the status as a governing agreement approved. If there is any special term or partner term present with this nomination, then it will go for create an exhibit. So this is the whole process, like the various scenario where the UPRA is created and where the child record also created. Okay, so it will be more clear when we'll do the hands-on. So let's create one UPRA for. Okay, so here this nomination is for this account, right? Let's check if this account is having any related MSA or UPRA. So this is the action button where we initiate the UPRA creation. This is a this action is this is a flow screen. We call the flow screen from this section. I'll come to that flow. Yeah, so it is saying like this, there is a valid MSA exists for the participant, and this is the MSA record, right? Please click next to create a DSR.
So how did it find this existing MSA record?
Yeah, for the flow itself, we just queried it like for creating query for agreement with MSA record type, and it is a archived one. And also there are few some other add-ons criteria to be added. There is everything mentioned in the flow itself. Mm-hmm. So okay. I'll go to the flow in detail. Mm-hmm. Okay, let me speak about the the flow first, then I'll come to the technical part. Okay, so if you see, right, this is the MSA present for this nomination, and this is in effect and archive status, right? So now we can proceed for a create a UPRA, create a DSR record. Okay, so this is the screen, it come to create a DSR record. So these are the fields on deal support request. These are object. So these are fields on deal support request. This is pretty much similar how we create on reseller agreement, the DSR, right? The same way we create also here. So if you see the account, the nomination, it is auto-populated from the nomination itself. Let me select some region. Okay, so DSR got created. Yeah, so if you see here, there is a charter post happened, right? The DSR record has been created in reference to this agreement record, and this is the link to the DSR record. From here also, you can redirect to the DSR record. And here is the DSR record, it got created. Okay. Okay, so this is the flow. So so here if you see this one, right, it is getting the R&D program participant record, and basically there are three status where we allowed agreement account executive to create a agreement. Okay, so here once DSR got created, right, the DSR status got changed to DSR needed. So now the DSR team will come here and they'll see this governing agreement, the MSA one, right? They will go to the MSA and see if everything like looks good. They can approve it, or anything they don't feel like this MSA should work out. So they can just change the status as a governing agreement rejected, right? So let's first approve this one. Governing agreement approved. Okay, so now this governing agreement, this MSA is stamped to this R&D program participant, which is the nomination, and the status got sent to governing agreement approved. So now in this page, if like account executive want to create one more exhibit, they can create it from this button again. So exhibit will be only allowed if there is a special term, right? So here we have the special term. Let's remove this special term, right? And we'll see. Okay, so it is pop up the message. This participant has already governing agreement, right? Now let's give some test to special term. Yeah, so now it come to create a UPRA 0, since it is the agreement, MSA agreement, so it will create the 0th version. So if the governing agreement is UPRA 0, so it will create a 1th version. Okay. Let me see if the flow is open. Okay, yeah. So the first step we are checking if the status should be the among these three status, right? Governing agreement rejected and PM approved initiate contract and governing agreement approved. If these are three status, then we'll allow the user to create a agreement. Okay, so here if you see, this is nothing but we are checking for the record types, getting the record type ID. And here in this decision box, we are checking if the UPRA exists. So here is the, like there are many conditions, right? There is a document also, I'll say that one. So for searching UPRA and the agreement, so we are just checking with the account, the same account and archived in effect. Also, there are a few other checks we have. Now in this flow, if this is if UPRA exists, and this one is if no existing UPRA, then it will get a MSA record if there is any MSA record present. This is the condition for finding an MSA record. Okay, so if MSA is present, it will just see like screen. This is prompt message, right? It will say the MSA is record, create proceed for the DSR record. So it will update the nomination record, the governing agreement approved. Okay, and it will call the subflow create DSR. Okay, this is a subflow. We are calling this flow from this. This is the main flow for the MSA creation process. Okay, so now the second scenario, right? It has governing agreement rejected, right?
So, Lata, I mean, for this, the type of agreement we are creating is MSA only, right?
No, UPRA. If
UPRA,
there is there is also record type for UPRA.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so if there is there is any like existing MS already present and DSR, we created the DSR and DSR also got approved, right? That time it will redirect to here, and it will create a UPRA 0 version. It's a very big flow, so all this logic I implemented in this flow only. So here it will come to this place. Here, if you see, this is a LWC component. Where this screen, this is the screen, right? I'll go to that one. Previous. Yeah, so this is the screen. It's nothing but it's a LWC component, and the region is the pick list, right? And these four are the dependent pick list based on the region. Okay, let me open that LWC component. Agreement pick list. Okay, so this is the LWC component. So after this, we'll select the appropriate value here. Then it will go to the next step. Okay, so here we'll be selecting the template. So we have different template in system. So if there is a special term, right, and so there will be different template, and if it is an exhibit, it will be a different template. Basically, like first time UPRA 0, the template is different, and for the exhibit the template is different. So it is maintained on the template levels. So template is nothing but it's an object in the system. We are using templates for generating document. Okay, so let me select any of them. And this is the customer signing contact who will be signing this agreement. And this is pre-populated from the here the primary contact of the nomination. Yeah, so this is yeah. Let me show you the template filter. Yeah, so this is the filtering criteria for template when we create a UPRA 0 version. We have region and we have keyword. Some keyword we have maintained. I'll go to that part. For the exhibit, we have different keyword, and for the master UPRA, which is the governing agreement, right? For that, we have different keywords. So, any questions so far?
Lata, I have one question. Where is that agreement DocuSign signature part? Is that within the
Yeah,
page?
it will come. It will come.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Yes. So far we have not created the agreement, right? We are just proceeding. Okay. So now we selected this template and we like selected the customer signing contract. We can change also the customer signing contract. So it will redirect to the same page like we use in MSA and all, right? So we did customization on the page where we create agreement, we generate document, and it will go through the all the e-signature process.
So this is Aptus.
Yeah, this is
Out of box.
no.
Yeah.
No, this is not Aptos page actually. This is a page like we customize. I will go to that page also. Let me just create this agreement.
Fine. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go to that part. This logo is present, right? So yeah, but it is a VA page we created only. Yeah, so now it redirect to the e-signature page, right? This is also a lightning component also, or a component we created earlier. So we used this one. For MSA and PSA, other legal agreement also use the same component. So let's select this one. So this is the document generated. Proceed for e-sign. Okay, so in this case, we have governing agreement with the MSC, right? Because of that, UPRA 0 created, but it is also an exhibit. So MSC will act as a governing agreement. So if you see this agreement record, right, parent agreement is populated with the same MSC record. So in this case, MSC will be the governing agreement.
Lata, one question. How did you initiate that e-signature from the button?
E-signature is the same functionality we use for MSA, PSA, everything we use the same component, right? For UPRA also, we have made some changes in that same component. And I'll come to...
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, there is some configuration also we have, like to enable it for UPRA. That we have done, but the pages and all, like backend, you have used the same only.
Yeah, my point is like, how did you initiate that? Is that from separate button you have to initiate that e-signature?
No, like if you see, right, we started from the action, right, create UPRA record from the nomination, right? From there it redirects to, there is a flow, right? It calls the flow. In the flow, we have several screen, right? And we get the input. We capture the input. Now we redirect to the agreement page. There is a page ready, intermediate page, right? VA page. So there are 3 steps we have, right? Create document and create agreement, generate document, and preparing for e-signature. These happens in the page itself, VS pages. Once the preparing for e-signature, it is redirected to the Aura component from the VA page itself. Okay.
Got you.
Yeah.
There are ways to generate that as well. That's why I'm checking with you.
Yeah. The same procedure. Actually, MS also is the same. We use the same way. Anyway, I'll go through, I'll walk you through the redirection part. Okay.
Sure. Thank you.
Yeah. So here, if you see, right, the same way, like it sent for there is an envelope ID and the DocuSign envelope is sent, and we have the region, whatever we have selected over there, it populated with the same value, and it is the R&D program participant. Okay. Now the status category is in signature, and status is stand for counterparty signature. Now there is a backend flow of the logic. So once we started it from governing agreement, PM approved initiate contract, right? Sorry, governing agreement approved, right? So based on the agreement status, this nomination status also populated. So this part we have implemented in a flow only. Record change flow, not this flow. Okay, so let me sign this agreement. Okay, so I have signed the agreement. Let's wait for some time to archive it. So, okay, so this is the agreement we created. Let me go to the agreement and the related section. It will be available. Okay, so meanwhile, let me go to that pages, and also here there are two screen, right? Here is the LWC, and then we come to this screen, then we come to this agreement creation, right? So if you this is the library component, we use CLM agreement create call out, the same component, right? Okay, this is the component, and we made some attribute for this UPRA. And if you see this controller part, right, this is what we added for UPRA, and this is the page where intermediate page, right, which is XIJ Aptos page. This is the page. Sorry. Okay, so this is the page, and from this page controller, all this backend logic like this call out happens to the sorry, to the reduction happen to the e-signature part.
So I mean, sorry, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm a bit new. I mean, I see all these pages and everything which we have built, right? So what are we using Aptos here? I mean, the document creation part.
Yes, like the document creation also, e-signature also, we are calling the Aptos web service.
And then Aptos redirects it to DocuSign? Forwards it to DocuSign?
Yeah, there are two process. One is we are calling to Aptos merge service. That is one part, and the e-signature process, it is we are calling to DocuSign.
So Aptos merge service is a third party call which is outside.
Yes, yeah. So Aptos related functionality like generating document and all, right, we call the Aptos web service. And for DocuSign implementation, we are not using DocuSign like Aptos integrated DocuSign. We are using DocuSign separately implemented.
Directly, okay.
Yes. It's implemented very long back, but how the system currently works.
Yeah, fine. Thank you.
Yeah. So if you see here, there are steps we have. I'll go through like quickly. Okay, so here we get all the parameters.
Yeah. Where are we making call out from here? Can you show me?
Yeah. Actually, okay, I'll go to that part. So this is the page we create for every record type thema. It is for also MSA, PSA, okay, NDA. The same page we like I have also used for UPRA. So this is the method, right? It's for creating agreement. Yeah, so this is the best method, right? First step